Jalen. What's up, guys? Come on in. We out by the pond today. Yeah, we had good conversations out here. Hi. Come on in. What's up? I'm Coach Nye. Just come on, do some life coaching, conversations. I did not bring anything. I missed it. I always miss it. Turtles be out and then they jump right back in. My son just had an encounter with a snake while he was weed whacking. So yeah, he done packed up. He ain't even finished weed whacking, but it's okay. He's gonna finish. What's up, you guys? Come on in. Was it good? I'm glad you enjoyed yesterday. You never know what today gonna be, because we have good conversations over here. Happy Thursday, baby. What's up, guys? For the ones that's new to the platform, thank you for joining. I am Coach Nye. I'm a life coach. I am an author. I am here to help you, teach you self-love, teach you how to operate in your purpose, teach you how to be the best version of yourself during your healing journey, because it's so important in this season that we heal. A lot of us are just, going through life. We go through things and we push it to the side. One of my good friends, her name is Naisha as well, she sent me something that made sense. I've been trying to explain it, but I just couldn't explain it the way this lady explained it. What this lady explained was, when I talk about people that call themselves healing, they go within and they just, identify what happened, and they do the best that, they do self-love on themselves, and they become selfish, and they come out of the healing process, and they going around treating people crazy and all kind of bad, like, you're not going to mistreat me, you remember this, blah 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 blah, and they say that they're healed when what they're not. And what that video that she sent me taught me was, it was another way to say it: numbness. You become numb to it. You don't heal. You became numb, but you didn't heal. So that's the most important part. And that's what my job is, to teach you how to properly heal, how to properly dig deep and identify, because it's a testimony of mine. All these years, I thought I healed. All these years, I thought I was doing my thing. And what was happening is I was just shoving it to the back. I was just pushing it to the back, like, whatever, it's cool, whatever, things happen, and then I'll go do it again. I kept finding myself in the same predicament all the time. You ever dated someone like, God, why you keep sending the same person? And it's not the same person, it's the same energy in different people. And then we look at it as, well, it's a lesson I gotta learn in it. Yeah, it's a lesson you gotta learn, and you gotta look at, it's not happening to you. It's not that God is putting you through these different scenarios and situations to make this happen to you, so you can hurt, or as they say, these tests. It's not that. It's just that your purpose is so much bigger. Your purpose is to heal, to help others heal. So in order to do that, you got to learn that what this person is projecting onto you, no, that's what they are doing, is projecting onto you. It's them that's feeling that way. And why am I feeling this way, God? Why am I sad all the time? Why am I depressed? It's not you. It's the person and the people you keep bringing in your circle and in your surrounding that's projecting their insecurities on you, and then you pick that up. And then you become of that, because you don't know any better. So in order for God to get you into your purpose, and so you can start operating in your purpose, and you can start doing the Father's business, right? In order to do that, you have to understand that you're not the problem, boo-boo. You might be the problem. You might be the problem. But however, you're not the whole problem. You're not the whole problem. Thank y'all for the likes, shares, and the follows, okay? So what it is, you just need to identify what it is that's being projected onto you, and you need to heal that. So Let's give an example. It could be your best friend. It could be your family member. It's usually the ones that's closest to you, okay? Thank you so much. It's usually the ones that's closest to you. So let's talk about it. So what happened is you come up with an idea. You say, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do this, and you share it with the people that you love because you feel you can. You're supposed to. You know what I mean? Life is supposed to be able to, we kumbaya together. But you notice that as you heal, God is sending the right people into you, which they call that your tribe. And then those people are going to celebrate you harder than the people that's been knowing you all your life. But let's get back on topic. Now you share your ideas and what it is, and you're excited, and then they hit you with the, okay, so if you do that, and I hate this. This drives me crazy when a person thinks they're smarter than you. Okay. Okay, so if you do that, then what? Okay, so what if this happened? Okay, let's walk me down this lane and walk me. Shut up. You don't have a lane. Your lane sucks. That's why you're in the predicament you're in. But see, we be so caught up on people pleasing and acknowledgement that you can't even rebuttal that and tell them, bop, bop, bop. No, I'm confident in my decision, and I don't need you in my business. But you're not confident in that because of the fact you're still looking for acknowledgement. You're still looking for someone to acknowledge and say, hey, you're doing a good job, right? So they're going to give you the rundown, and then you become discouraged because now you're looking at the bigger picture. Anytime you look at the end all goal of something, of course it's overwhelming. Of course it's overwhelming because you have jumped years beyond of what is. See, the thought process, the idea, oh, I want to be a multi-billionaire. Yeah, that's the thought. However, when you jump all the way years from now, because you want it today, when you jump all the way years from now and say, oh man, I got to get the idea, I got to get the money for the business plan, I got to do this, I got to move, I got to, guess what? Your plan has already failed. And that person that just projected their insecurities on you, now all of that has been terminated. Now you don't even want to do it anymore. When the whole time it was never your idea, it was God planting the seed of a mustard seed. Now who coming to my house? Amazon be showing up in regular cars. Hold on, guys. Watch the turtles. Okay, so it's Amazon. Let him do his job. He can put it on the bench. But so I don't know. That's weird. They be showing up in their own personal vehicles. Like, don't be pulling up to my house your own personal vehicle. I don't know what's gonna happen, bro. I don't like nobody to know where I live. But anyway, it looks like it's gonna rain too, but we're gonna talk until it rains. So yeah, so you have to be confident in what you do. God gave you an idea, that little mustard seed. He gave you he told you. That's what it was. He came to you and told you what you're going to be. He let you see what your life is going to be like. He did not tell you to go to your mama and them and say, hey, God gave me an idea. This is what it's going to be. Is it Joseph? I think I may get it mixed up. Is it Joseph when he had the dream and he went to his brothers and said, God said I'm going to be royalty. God said this, God said that, God said this, God said that. And then they sold him off into slavery? They can't handle it. You can't be better than me. How you going to be better than me when I told myself? See, this is your friends and your families. They told themselves. See, they got up one day and said, I am greatness. I am favor. I am chosen. I am this. I am king. I am. And they became the I am, which is God. God is I am. They became the I am, right? But then here you are, the humble one, minding your own business, and God woke you up out your sleep and told you, hey, you're my chosen, you're going to do this, and you're going to do that. And you went in that same person that was beating their chest and said, God said that this going to happen to me. Of course they're going to shut you down because it's supposed to be them. They're going to, what you think you're doing? You about to take my spot. See, they destiny swapped with you from birth. Destiny swapped with you from birth, right? And they're mad that you starting to remember. No, shut her down. You know why I could talk about it? Because it was me. It was me. Dang, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me let this hair blow because I feel like Michael right now. Whatever. You know? But no, that was me. And the reason why that was me is because I knew who I was. I knew God. I always got downloads. I knew God always spoke to me. I knew God had great great things for me. However, I just didn't understand it. I was just a very humble person. I didn't have to go tell everybody what God said. I know what God said. I know who He is, and I know who I am, right? So listen. So for you, if you got that idea, do it. What you waiting on? All my life, I never talked about anything. A lot of the stuff God did for me, right, is because one time a close friend of mine, I was so excited about something. This was a close friend, like sister. I was so excited about something, and she had such a black, evil heart, and I didn't know it. I didn't know it because she played it off so well. Even as a kid, she was always jealous heart, and she would say, "Oh, you always bragging." And I remember getting quiet, thinking like, wait, am I bragging? Because I don't never want to brag. I never want to do that. That's not who I am. And so it stopped me. So I stopped talking about the things, which is not supposed to happen because you're supposed to tell your story, your testimony. You're not supposed to hold it within. But what I learned is when I told my testimony, I had haters. I had haters. You ever went to the church, and I use this a lot, go to church and you can't wait to tell your testimony on Sunday. You hear everybody else's testimony. You're like, God, why don't nothing like that happen to me? And then you finally get one, you get up there, you get the mic. You can't wait. You've been practicing all morning how you're going to stand up there, how you're going to flip your hair, and what you're going to start off. Praises be to God. You got it all down packed of what you're going to say. And when you say it, everybody in the crowd, they just give you a small clap. They just like, okay. Amen. Okay, sister such and such, come on up. After you done, they be like, amen. Okay, brother such and such got a testimony right there. Go ahead and sell yours. And everybody be hooping and hollering and screaming and acting the fool for brother such and such and sister such and such. But your testimony was a modern day miracle and nobody want to acknowledge it. And you think because you're in church, so what happened to you? You say, well, it wasn't meant. It wasn't that good. So maybe I'm overreacting. See, that's what the enemy. See, the enemy sits in the churches now because the churches is not the Father house anymore. It's their house, right? So what happened in that moment is that wasn't your people, right? And what I mean by that is you telling your story, your testimony to the enemy himself. They sit right next to you in the church. You're telling them, of course, they're not happy for you. Everybody does not deserve your testimony. The right people deserve your testimony. See, once you start really tapping in and allowing God to speak to you, you'll start understanding that, wait a minute, I have a testimony, but I don't feel like I'm supposed to tell you. You're going to get a feeling, that spirit of discernment, like, it's something about if I tell you my testimony, something ain't, it just don't feel right. And that is the spirit of discernment. You ain't supposed to tell everybody your testimony. I had to learn me. I teach, I speak, I talk, I speak, I teach. But I realized people wasn't receiving me because of the fact they wasn't trying to be taught. They weren't trying to listen. That wasn't their thing. Their thing was, you too high vibrational for me. You got dreams out of this world. See, people see the things that I have now and think that I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. Now, that's the craziest thing to me. You see me today, you meet me, and you just automatically think that I didn't have a rough life. I didn't have anything going on. I had a great life. I got great parents. They got great jobs. They got this. And because of who I am today, I was a whole heathen, hell on wheels, growing up. I spoke slang. I spoke hood. It's just the fact that I learned that I could be all these things. See, people will have you thinking that, oh, you fake. Oh, now she all proper. She fake. Well, that's because you're very low vibrational. Why would I go inside of a government job talking about, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, because, you know what I'm saying, you feel me, briefing something, so we ended up at this part of the project because, you feel me, and you feel me, what the fuck? No, that's not what's gonna happen. You have to understand where you're at, right? Where you're at, and you have to meet it there, not them meet you. You have to meet there. Meaning that here I am, I'm not trying to fit in with y'all. But at the same time, you will respect me. You will acknowledge me. So I'm going to show up. I don't care about y'all folks. I'm going to show up in the best version of me. And that's how you only challenge yourself. I hope that made sense. You only challenge yourself. So no, if I can go to wherever I need to go to and fit in because of the fact I am me, I am well rounded, and it's not me being fake. It's just that that's who I am. I'm very authentic. I'm very true to who I am. That's it. It doesn't matter where I go. If you feel like I'm uppity, if you feel like I'm better than and I'm acting a certain way, that's your own insecurity that you're projecting on me because you feel a type of way. Don't get mad at me because I can go anywhere and hang out. I never make anyone feel less than wherever I am because that's not my goal. What I look like going somewhere saying, yeah, look at me, you see it, and you know y'all kill me. So the one with this the loudest that hasn't even opened their mouth, the ones that's the loudest is the one that got the name brand everything. They got the flashy this, they got the, oh, if you know this name on my shirt, you know it cost a couple of stacks. You know this, you know I'm wearing everything that I own. Yeah, I got a closet full of name brand stuff. Yeah, I got a closet full of all this. Yeah. But you're the same one that can't put $100 in your damn wallet. You understand? You're the same one that can't fill your tank up. You're the same one that sit around everybody like, hey, you got it. But if an emergency happened and you needed your deductible, your $500, then what you gonna do? You can't even get that. You can't even process that. Yeah. I don't entertain foolishness. People will come and project on you, just like here on this live. They will come for you just because they feel in a type of way. You're miserable. Why come for me? I ain't bothering you. Keep it cute, buddy. Yeah, I'll be your grandma. But at the same time, you guys, I need you to understand that moving forward, looking at people that's the loudest, that has to be seen, that has to be talked to, that has to have attention, they will always show up and be the loudest in any and everything that they do. Any and everything that they do. Some don't even have to speak. They just show up. They'll show up just to get a rise out of you. Or do you entertain it? Do you play with them? What do? You just keep doing you. You keep doing you. You do not change character or step out of character to entertain mess. But being high vibrational, you're always going to be tested by the low vibrational people. They'll come, test, and push, and push, and push, and push, and push. And when you don't react, then what? Now they're bored. Guess what they're going to do? It's not going to stop them. They're going to go to the next person. When you do not entertain the mess and the chaos, they'll keep going and keep going. And when you don't entertain it, guess what they do? They go on and find somebody else. That's how the enemy works. Some people just show up just to get a rise out of you because it makes them feel good about themselves. That's low vibration. Those type people have mental issues. Sometimes, it just is what it is. But as a life coach, my job is to teach you how to self-reflect, self-fix you. Because what a lot of people like to do is fix them. They like to go out and fix the next person. They see everything about somebody else and they do so much talking, they don't even see their own flaws. Like, you the problem. I had a guy yesterday I was talking to, he was throwing me off real bad. I'm talking about he was irritating my soul because he's talk. Listen, I don't know. We start talking about something, the next thing we know, we talking about, and then my dog ate my water hose. What are you talking about, bruh? What are you talking about, But he's trying to, I had to realize, okay, you're a young man that's trying to sound like a grown man, and you sound real foolish. Sometimes in your circle, right? In your circle, what happens is you're the smartest in that circle because you're all low vibrational. You're all low vibrational, right? And you guys will see the same things. You guys will look at the same things, see the same things, and then y'all agree on the same things. But it's when you step out of your low vibration and try and conversate with a high vibrational person is when you realize, they'll realize that, hey, they realize that, you know, that no, they'll look at you like you the problem. Like, oh man, something wrong with her. And the whole time you looking at them like they have a lot to learn. It's not that you looking at them as the problem. You just look at them as you have a lot to learn. You're at a stage in your life. I was there at that point, but then I grew. So now I understand what you're talking about. It don't make sense to me now, but I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to let you continue to be who you are. And when it's time for you to step up and learn, you'll become better. Do you understand? Yep. So, yeah. So that's what you got to look at, you guys. You got to just look at it that way. Stop entertaining small people. Small people. You're small. They're small. And small people will always try and pull at you. Let them be small. Don't allow someone. Listen, have you ever got to the point when you just grew out of the old, your old friend circle? You grew out of it, right? It's just not even cool no more. You just grew out of it. You just grew out of it. You start looking at stuff for what it was. Like, man, what is wrong with you? Something ain't right. Something wrong. Like, what? You all of a sudden you ain't thinking like them no more? Well, you're not thinking like them no more because of the fact you decided to jump timelines, right? So if you decide to jump on a different timeline that is more leaning towards your goals that you have in life. Because as we grow, we have as I said, the mustard seed thought, right? We have that and we're like, okay, I want to be better. I want to be better. And then you finally step out of the bubble you've been in all these years, and then you start working towards better. And those old people say what? What do they say? Oh, you think you better than us? When I went to the military, that's what it was. When I came back home, I went to the military, did basic training, did my AIT, and I went back home, and guess what? I'm standing outside, and I realized, okay, I don't want to be outside on the corner because we used to hang out. We lived on a corner house, and everybody linked up by the street light. We all hang out right there. But for me, I'm just like, that just don't look good. It looks a little tacky. Thank you for the likes, shares, and follows, you guys. Just don't look right. And then the homegirl like, oh, you think you better than us? You think you better than us? No, I don't think I'm better than y'all. I'm just trying to we grown. Why am I standing outside my mama house on the corner? I got something to do. And I realized that we had nothing to do. That's what we did. We just hung out outside. Drinking, smoking, and everything else. Just hung out outside. Cars ride by. As they ride by, look how ignorant we are. We all in the car looking. Oh, that was such and such. Yes, we still doing that? No, I'm not about to hang outside. No, I'm not about to go sit around and, go hang out in somebody's parking lot. We all link up. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not into the whole, let's go to the party. I don't want to party. I don't want to do these things. Oh, you got a big old house. Let's do a party in there. Ain't no parties going down in my house. Now, this is what I want to share with y'all so y'all can understand something. In your home is your peace. This is where you create happiness, love. This is where nothing but love and peace come from. Anybody that walk into your house should leave your house feeling it's kind of like going to church. When they leave church, they should feel good, right? When they leave your house, anybody that enter your house, whatever is on them should drop, because you already prayed that prayer, right? Anything that's on them is going to wait for them outside your door. Because matter of fact, it ain't even welcomed in your driveway. It got dropped off soon as the person realized that this was your house. That's where it got dropped off at. And then once they get on your property, they feel good. That's how your house should be. So when you look at your home, why would you want to throw a party in your home? I want you to hear me and hear me well. Why would you want to? I don't care how big your house is. I don't care if you want to throw just a look at me now party. You should never throw a party in your house. Now, you can do a small gathering. You can do a get together in your house, because with a small gathering and a get together, those are the closest people to you that you know love you, that you know will never intentionally, purposely hurt you. That's it. I'm telling you this because it's time for you to cleanse house. So when people say, man, you could throw a party up in here, the devil is a lie, because he can't come up in here. Listen, I can invite everybody right now and throw a party in my house, and each and every one of them, except for a handful of people, is going to say I can't come, because that's the prayer I did over my home. They ain't going to make it. Somebody ain't going to make it. They ain't going to make it. They're not going to make it. That's it. They're not. It's so funny. I don't see Buddy on here trolling no more. You see what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I tell you guys. Smaller people will always attack. And that's how you handle them. You don't. Pop Hood, what's up? You don't handle them. You don't say anything. So that was a teachable moment within itself. So if y'all caught it, then hey, guess what? Now y'all see, like I say, people will always come through. And when they can't get to you, then they'll go find somebody else. I see so many people on live arguing with people. What you arguing for? Y'all ain't gonna fight. Y'all ain't gonna fight. But no. So in your space, that's how your space should always be. Your space should always be your comfort zone, your peace, your peace. Listen, when your children come home, the one thing that your children should never have to do is worry when they walk through that door. When they walk through that door, everything, every fear, everything that happened, everything that was negative and wrong and undesirable that happened outside or to them at school, or even if they were, robbed or whatever it is, when they walk through that door, that's when security, they feel the most secure. And that's how your home should be. No matter what's going on, when you walk through your doors, you should be able to just breathe. Breathe. So stop bringing everybody to your house. I had a homegirl, she loved to have somebody else do a job for her. So if it's something that she wants from me, she loved to pass somebody's address out. You will not pass mine out. No. If you can't come get it, then I'll bring it to you if it's that important. If it's not that important, you don't bring no one to my home. This is what, right now, if anything happened, break in, anything go on, I know who did it. I know who did it. And I'm coming for you. Period. I know who did it. 3 people know where I live. 3. Do you understand? So, what's up, Naisha? Yeah, thank you. You can't let people, just anybody, come to your home. No. Man, people are so jealous of you. And you know who's the most jealous of you, ladies? The men you date. They do more gossiping about you, but then, as I always tell people, the reason why they gossip about you and talk about you so much, but they can't wait to get over to see what you got, and then they go gossip and talk about you so much, is because you're a flex. If you wasn't a flex, you think they talk about you? Let me tell you something. Stop getting mad when people talk about you. Listen, nobody talk. See, I don't talk about any man I dated or anything. Did nobody know them by name, because you're not a flex. I'm the flex. No one knows their name. Like, they don't know. I don't sit with my girlfriends and be like, girl, let me tell you about something. No. My homegirl, she's German and black. She met one guy I dated. One. And it wasn't on purpose, but it happened. But we don't even call him by name. We call him Thick Thighs, because he was a little thicker. Thick Thighs. Oh, there go Red Robin. You don't get no play with me. I'm not talking about you. So you talk about people, right, that has a flex. You want people to know, yeah, I did that, because she is nice looking. She is pretty. She do got it going on. So I want people to know I was attached to that. I ain't got nothing to say. I don't want nobody to know I was attached to you. Boy, you got holes in your drawers. Let me see. Hey, how you deal with jealousy with a friend? You don't. You don't. All my listen, the majority of the people that I used to call friends, if I don't talk to them no more, that's because we ain't friends. Found out and I understood now that they jealous, right? Jealous hearted people. So what I did was I just don't. I just don't. I didn't call and say, hey, we're not friends no more. I didn't check them. I didn't do nothing. I just took my energy back, and meaning that you get no more conversation from me. Nothing. Nothing. Because if I say learn a new language and Spanish, I don't know, what if I say hola? I stop saying hi and say hola. I think I said that right. Guess what? They jealous behind me. They'll start saying hola and say I stole it from them. So I'm not giving you nothing no more. Yeah, and that's what happens. And that's why they jealous. See, jealousy is a thing of, jealousy actually is learned behavior. Yeah, see, I don't know what's going on with my lives, right? So I used to be able to, right afterward, download my live and put them on YouTube. Lately, I've been having problems trying to download my live. It keeps saying like it's the video is not recognizable and it can't be downloaded. I don't know what's going on. But listen, jealousy is learned behavior. It started in the household. What do you mean by that? Somewhere along the line, see, a lot of women, we get it from our mamas, our aunties, because guess what happened? We sit around. All this learned behavior of, you my baby daddy, and if they get with somebody else, you got to go bust their windows and all of a sudden act jealous, treat the other woman like crap, and blah, 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 just do all this craziness because you watched your mama and them act a fool about your daddy. And every time your daddy got ready to do something in life, the mama was right there saying, I hate him. How do you hate somebody? See, it's learned behavior. It's a feeling. See, I got a 12-year-old son, right? Is there a way to screen record to save them? You know what, Naisha? I am learning how to even do the screen record, child. I'm trying. Listen, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Listen, I had women in my family, and I chose not to be like them. That when they done with you, they hate you. And guess what? Everybody in the family hates you. I just never believed in that. I'm just like, that's stupid. That's what you call conditional love. How can I say, wake up every morning to you, I love you, I love you, and now we ain't together. I hate you. Your mama should have swallowed you. I hate you. I hate your guts. I hate your black gums. I hate you. That's harsh, right? Okay. Thank you. That's harsh. So you never loved them from the get-go. You loved what that person can do to you. And not even, I want to go back to when I said women, the person that's jealous of you the most is the men that you date. Is men, it's the same way. The women can be so jealous of you. You call them possessive, you call them crazy, when the whole time they just jealous. They need what you got. Like, he got all that money. He got all that money. And now if he stop talking to me, he gonna talk to somebody else. And then they're going to lay in his bed. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. They're going to drive his car. And that's why they come and destroy your stuff. Because they can't have it. Do we move on from them when it's over? That's the part. That part right there, you have to heal. And that's what this whole thing is about. In order to move on. So let me read it out loud, y'all. Let me get my readers. So true, but how do we move on from them when it's over? You just got to heal. You got to heal. You got to heal. And how do you heal from that? You identify what it is, okay, what it is that kept you close. I keep looking because my son saw a snake earlier. You look at what it is that kept you attracted to them, right? What was it? Now, me and this guy, I'll use me and my kid's father. Okay. This guy, I married him for a second time, and we got divorced like 11 months later because I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna do me. But I looked at what held me on to him, what made me want to get back with him, what was it, right? Now, in the time, I didn't realize it, but I had to go back in my healing process. It's because I loved him unconditionally, right? That was the root of it. I genuinely, truly loved him, right? So then I got to look at, I loved him. I never cheated or anything, but what is the definition of love? I had to look at what the definition, I'm telling you, this is what I had to do. If you have another phone that you can use. Okay. And, okay. I'm sorry, I was trying to catch up. But listen, so what the definition of love is, I gave that. True love. However, I had to look at, okay, but he did not reflect. His love did not match my love. The true definition of what love is. Not what I think love is, but the true definition of what love is. It didn't match. So I had to get out of the, whoa, it's me. He did this and he did that, and I was good to him, and I was this and I was that and I was this, and I had to throw him away. Move. I don't care about you. You move, because you are accountable for your own actions. Let me focus on me. Take away the woe me. Now I look at, why did I accept something like that? Because when you go through, you realize you ain't even my match. You did these things to me, and I still stayed. Why did I do that? Then I had to go back to, it all ended up back to a childhood. When I was a child, when I realized that I lacked love. I had been trying to feel that all these years. It was a place that I wanted love, and I thought somebody else had to give it to me. I was looking for someone else to give it to, and the whole time I lacked the self-love. Yeah, I was the problem. Because if I loved myself, guess what? I would have never attached myself with some mess like that. Then I got mad. Yes. Then I got mad. Now this is the part I'm about to hit on the self-love. I'm about to tell you. Y'all follow me. I'm taking you down my journey. My self-love journey. That's why I wrote a book. I am so sorry. I keep forgetting to talk about this book. It's called Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It's in my bio, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is in Walmart, Amazon, and Barnes & Noble. It's on the website, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. So what I had to do is, it's called The Dark Night of the Soul. It's awakening to who I am, right? Purpose. Awakening to what my purpose is in life. During that dark night of the soul, when you decide to heal, when you decide to heal, during that dark night of the soul, you know how they talk about in the end of times, the book of life, and this. Picture the dark night of the soul that way. Yeah, picture the dark night of the soul that way. God will show you everything that you did, not somebody else. You did. Every time somebody hurt your feelings, every time you hurt somebody's feelings, every time you went through something, you didn't cry. He's going to make you face every situation. He's going to bring it back to remembrance, and you're going to sit there. You know how y'all, so it comes to us, things that happened years ago, it come back to us and make us feel away, and we hurry up and push it back somewhere else, back in our thoughts, because we don't want to deal with it. It's over with, it's done. No, it's not. You have to deal with it. And I had to put an emotion to that, meaning that, okay, when this person did this to me, it hurt I had to acknowledge, it hurt my feelings. Thank y'all for the gift. It hurt my feelings. It didn't make me angry, because how I responded to it was with anger. You made me cry, I'm gonna fight. You make me cry, that means I'm angry. I only had two emotions, happy and angry. So whatever went on in my life, it fell into those two. Misplacement of emotions. So then everything that he brought back, it was like, okay, when my husband did that to me and I didn't say anything, I felt embarrassed. When my husband did that to me and he didn't say anything, I felt hurt. I felt pain. It's about to start raining, we're gonna walk. I felt pain, and I had to put the proper emotion to it. Once I did that, here's the part with the dark night of the soul. This is when you come face to face with yourself. And when you come face to face with yourself, what are you going to do about it? See, God did not bring it to your remembrance for you to go and say, you know what, I'm going to go fight everybody that did me wrong. No. He wants you to heal it. Feel it and heal it. As I teach and I say, we go through things in life. I don't know if it's like a little drizzle. Anyway, I don't want to get caught up in it. We go through things in life and we will, it's like running into a wall with a helmet. You'll continue to run into the wall with the helmet because it doesn't hurt that bad. But without a helmet, you run into that wall, you will never run into that wall again. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? So that's what that is. It's not for you to go and fight. It's not for you to do any of that. Oh, baby, you go to my website and book a life coaching session. Your first session with me is totally free. Do you hear me? So with that, so that was the whole purpose of me having to identify what happened to me, right? So once that happens, I go from that and I say, okay, I'm never going to let that happen again. That's why he brings it to your remembrance so you can feel that pain. It's not so much of a punishment. He needs you to feel not the pain, the emotion. Put the proper emotion to it. Now that you put the proper emotion to it, you're not going to let that happen again. Now you're going to move on in life. See, the ones that take that like, oh, no, that hurt. I'm going back to fight these people. Those are the ones that's not healed. Those are the ones that's going to come into, as Naisha, that video that you sent me, and it become numbness, and then they go out there and they do it again. They look for revenge, and they become lovers of themselves. But a person that's self-heal, and self-love, that want to heal and do self-love, they acknowledge, they embrace it, because you got to know what feelings is. In order to operate in your purpose, you got to know what the feeling is. I can't be your life coach, and I can't give you a testimony if I never knew what it felt like, because all I'm going to tell you is, okay, we all went through it. Get over it. That's why people say the things like that. Okay, we all went through it. Get over it, because they never properly dealt with it. They became numb to it and just went on about their business. But they're still hurting. So, yes. Oh, y'all, look. I got a little hibiscus right there. Y'all see that? The yellow one? Ain't that pretty? Ain't that pretty? That is so pretty. So these are type of things that I do. And that's why I say in my 4D, like I teach, my thing is the Trinity, right? I have the Trinity. And the Trinity of fitness is your spiritual, mental, and your physical. Your spiritual, mental, and your physical is what you need to heal so you can properly operate in your purpose, right? Once you get to your fourth phase, your first phase, your spiritual, mental, and your physical of the self-healing and self-love journey. Then your fourth phase, which is the 4D, most call it 4D, which is your fourth phase, which is you operating in your purpose. And this is me operating in my purpose. See, I can stand here and teach you. I can stand here and show you. These are the healthy habits that I did. I took away we don't say negative and positive over here. You may catch me sometime, and that's, but if you've been following me, what we say is desirable and undesirable things. So I changed the way I think. I changed the way I speak. I pick and choose the right words. Like, I don't say the word isolate. They love to say, God will isolate you and put you here. But let me ask you this. If you got mental issues, right? If you have problems with anxiety, depression, you hear the word isolate, it's a triggering word. Isolation means that you off in the dark by yourself. You're not dealing with anybody. You secluded. But if you say disconnected, see, God will come in and disconnect you from the reality that you decided to live in that low vibrational. He'll disconnect you from that. And when he disconnects you from that, meaning that he's teaching you a new thing, right? He's teaching you a new thing, but you're still acknowledging, you're still here, you're still connected and know what's going on in the world. You can see your surrounding, but you're disconnected from the nonsense. You're no longer plugged into these same people anymore. You're no longer plugged in the low vibrational. But however, you understand everything in the world that's going on. As of me right now, you got all these people that's freaking out, losing their job. You got all this stuff going on with the government, this, that, and the third. See, I'm disconnected from that low vibration. I'm not even on that timeline anymore. I don't care what you got going on, because my God butters my bread. I don't even care no more. I'm on a whole different vibration, because if I stay focusing on that, then that is welcoming in anxiety, depression, chaos, frustration, all these different things, sadness, all these different things. Now I can't focus on making money because I'm too busy worrying about losing money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you have to recreate everything. That's why I say your home, you don't throw parties in your home. You don't invite everybody in your home. That is your place of peace. When I come out here, and this is why I come out here and I record by the pond, because that's my peace. This is where I like to be at. I like to sit and be calm. This is my place where I sit back. These are the flowers that I plant. I come out here and I do my landscaping. I do the things that's going to make me happy. So when I get up out of my bed and I walk out my door, everywhere in my house where I walk out at, I want to see pretty. I want to see peace. I want to see happiness. Do you understand? This is what I create for myself. That's why I do what I do. When I get out of my bed, I make my bed up because of the fact I want to make sure that I see cleanliness. I want it to be clean. When I walk into my bathroom, I do my personal hygiene and I put the things back where I want it to be because of the fact I want cleanliness. Cleanliness for me, this is for me. It makes me feel at peace. I'm not talking about the cleanliness when you go to somebody's house, you don't want to touch nothing. No, that's not the cleanliness. That's not who I am. I want when you come into my home, you're going to grab a blanket, because I have blankets in the basket right by the couch. You're going to grab you a blanket, you're going to curl up on that couch, and you're going to sit back, because that's what you're going to feel like you at home, at peace. Matter of fact, when you come to my house, everyone that comes to my house end up leaving my house to go make their house feel like my home. Period. Because they understand now what peace is. A lot of people think peace is, they think boring. They're just like, boring. You just so boring. No, you don't know what peace is. You would think I'm boring. I'm not boring at all. I'm fun. Look at me. Yay. I got flowers. I'm fun. Your peace, what they call peace is boring because their life is full of chaos. They don't understand how I got there. Now, who would not want to wake up to that? That's what's outside my window. When I open my window, that's what I see. And that's why. So everything that's around me is going to be of peace. Everything. It's not going to be a, now here comes the sun. We're going back to the pond. No, I don't want to sit up there. We're going back to the pond. I like sitting there on my swing. So even the people that come onto my live, guess what? They feel at peace. They feel at peace. Do you understand? Because that's how it should be. Thank you. I know, Stacy. Cindy, right. Girl, I'm in Mississippi. That is my peace. That. All that feel back there. That's all my feel. And if I want to go sit back there, I go sit back there. If I want to build something, I'm going to build something. When I get in my feelings that I feel a type of way, guess what? I come out here, walk the land, and be okay. I just feel good. You should see me. Cindy, I be like your son. I come out here with my hands in my pocket. Yep, that's what I do. I come out here with my hands in my pocket and walk the field. Hold on. I do. Oh, that is amazing. Thank you for sharing your piece with it. Yes. In order, that's what I'm saying. You have, make sure I got everybody. Thank y'all for the follow. Thank y'all for the likes, shares, and follows, okay? But listen, that's why I tell people, it's not about what you have. It's about what you create, right? So it didn't matter when I had smaller, I created it still. Everywhere I go, I create that. I become that. No matter where I go, I don't care if I'm in the nail shop. Guess what I create? Peace. I create it. I create peace. When I go into the nail shop, it doesn't matter how packed it is in there. I go in there and I speak. I'm not the obnoxious, annoying speaking. The one, I had this lady that was in Bath and Body Works. Yeah, that's what it's called, Bath and Body Works. And that's another thing, you guys. Like I said, I create my space. I go get all my candles from there. I go get my plug-in smell goods from there because I want to smell. When people come in here, I promise you, even my kid's father, before we had got married again, he came, that joker had Bath and Body Work all through his house because of the fact it give you that smell. You ever went in a candle store and it just smells so good because all the fragrances, that's what you're going to smell when you come up in here. Because, now back to the Bath and Body Works. So I'm in there and the lady's like, welcome to Bath and Body Works. And I was like, okay. I'm in a zone. See, you never know what a person going through. I'm in a zone because my candles don't went out. I feel a type of way and I don't feel my peace. So I'm in there trying to focus, right? I am focused, man. And so when she said that, it didn't register. It's not that I was ignoring her. It just wasn't registered because I'm thinking. And what she did was popped her head up. I said. So when she did that, she caught my attention. Now, what she did was hurried up and pissed me off, right? Because, girl, I'm over here having first world problems in my head right now, and you over here is trying to start a beef. So what did I always tell you? You don't beef. You don't even entertain it. I walk away. She walks up to me, find me in this store, right? Welcome. Now, that's where that line of right there, where you got me fucked up at. Don't do that. We're not doing that. Not today. We're not doing that. So I had to turn to her and say, so you're going to harass me to speak to you? Well, I just, no. See, what you registered in your head is that I have an attitude problem, and that wasn't the case. It's just that because I didn't speak, you never know what a person is going through. So I did speak, but I didn't yell it back out. I'm in my head thinking, she said, welcome to Bath and Body Works. I said, thanks, and kept going. I didn't make it public. And you felt the need to follow me through the whole store. So another lady came and was like, I promise you, she mean no harm. She need this. And I had to check her too because of the fact, I don't care if she meant any harm or anything. That is not professional. You do not harass somebody through the whole store to get your point across. Girl, I'm trying to find my candles. And see, I would have had a conversation with her, but because of the fact she turned that into being so nasty, I chose not to even entertain it or speak to it at all. So you see how quickly people can mess up your peace? Girl, I'm over here trying to find a candle. You don't understand what this candle mean to me, the smell good mean to me. You know, I got 2 boys. I'm starting to smell them. I don't want to smell them in my house. But I'm serious. No, get my smell goods and get up out of here. But anyway, that was my experience of getting thrown off. You be coming for me. But everywhere I go, I create. That day I did not create peace. I don't know what happened that day. But that's how you have to set the tone. You have to create peace wherever you go. Because it'll be people like that will cause conflict, try and cause chaos, try and cause things to have you frustrated, angry, and, anxiety. You don't even understand. A lot of people deal with anxiety and depression, right? They deal with these things hard. They deal with them. And it is hard for them to, cope with it. And it's a day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute situation with them. And yet you got somebody that feels the need that they're going to just try them and frustrate them and do all these different things. And you never know what you're dealing with. That person can just spaz out and crash out. And now then what's the next thing you're going to hear? The next thing you're going to hear is that person that started all the mess. The next voice you're going to hear is 911. What's your emergency? Because they're going to tell. That's all they're going to do. They start stuff and tell. So women, mind your business. But yeah, you go in a nail shop. I go in there and I create the environment that I want to be in. Hey, how y'all doing? That's that. Some people speak back, some people don't. But what I'm doing is letting them know, hey, I'm lively over here by myself. That's my piece. So yeah, for the young lady, young man, I'm not sure what was that asked about the life coaching. The first sessions are free with me. You go to my website. The link is in the bio. And if you can't book there, then just go ahead, DM me, and I set up a Zoom and we get it done. And whatever it is, if you go to the website, you see something you like, go ahead and purchase it or get what you need, or you need a consultation. And if I can't help you with something, I'm going to refer you to somebody who can. Yeah. I said I'm going to start going live around this time. And a lot of times, what was that? Can't be creating no peace with no jumping spiders. And it's a wig, so I don't need it caught up in my wig. Because I promise you, I'll pull it off. I will. Thank y'all for the follow. Thank y'all for the follow. Oh no, I'm serious. Don't be coming for me, bruh. Don't do that. Oh no, I'm serious. Don't be coming for me, bruh. Don't do that. Hold on, let me. Oh. But yeah, I like being out here. So that's the most important thing about healing. You have to create your own peace. Nobody's going to do it for you. I don't care if it's your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your husband, your wife. They're not going to create it for you. Your kids, let me tell you something. Your kids ain't going to create your peace. They always say, having kids is a blessing. They just love. Yes, that is true. But they also your biggest haters. Mine's, it's that little one. And if you've been following me for a while, you already know the little one. When I talk about my youngest son, because he's me, it's nothing I can do. I can't beat the me out of him. I can't, it's me. It's all of me in him. I'm raising myself. I'm raising me. I am raising me. I am raising me. And I'm trying to be a good parent. I'm trying to do a good job. I don't know if I'm doing a good job because I just look at the boy. And I just be wanting to cry and say, boy, I'm doing the best I can. It's a full circle. Oh, it's a full circle. However, I stopped beating myself up. And what I realized yesterday, and I even talked, me and him have a conversation. He's 12. And I was like, now I understand why my daddy was so, like, I stressed my dad out, my best friend, but I worried him all his life. I always thought my oldest brother worried him. See, I worried him in a different way because I kept doing stuff. He used to always tell me, sit down, even from a little girl to an adult. Just, can you sit down? See, the problem was I was always moving. I'm like, well, Daddy, I'm about to move to Alaska. I found me a job out there. I'm going here. Daddy, I'm going here. Daddy, I'm going here. And he just sit down. Sit your ass down. Sit down. Woogie. He called me Woogie. Woogie, how can I get to you if you all the way there? See, I didn't understand it until now. He wanted me to sit down because if something happened to his baby girl, how can he get to me? He's supposed to be protected. And so when I was talking to my son, I was telling him that. I said, so, it's you that's going to be the problem. Because my oldest, I was telling him, I said, like, my oldest, I'm trying to get, like, son, go. Like, I'm trying to send him off to college. Most kids are trying to get away from home. Look at the Blue Jays. Trying to get away from home. Not my son. Not my oldest. No, sir. It's too good here. He good. He ain't trying to go off to college, not even 30 minutes away. I was like, well, we'll work on getting you an apartment. Apartment for what? It's just too good for him. He's a good kid. He's going to be a great husband. But that little one, as soon as he's able to leave, he's out of here. And then that's when it hit me. I'm like, that's what that boy going to worry me. That boy going to worry me. That boy going to worry me because he is all boy. He think like I think. It's nothing too great. I'm doing it. So what I learned is that I'm actually doing a good job raising him because I take the lead of how my dad led with me by having a conversation. So we conversate and we talk about it. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing a good job. I mean, because he's me. And how I have to be dealt with, I have to have a conversation. Okay, Cindy. Yeah, go back and look at that video when him and Javi was fighting. That boy been something else. But yeah, I did turn out. I got to pop my collar on that. I did. And I did because I had a father that always had a conversation with me. I grew up with, boys. I didn't have any sisters, so I didn't know. That was the only thing that the downfall, that I didn't know how to properly be a girl, a woman, I guess, because, you know, early on in my dating life, I beat them up because, oh, you think you about to play with me? I mean, you put them in a chokehold, beat them up. I mean, and I had to learn you can't do that. That they don't, that's like what is it, DV? Okay, well, I used to fight my brothers like that, but okay, well, okay. So then I had to learn how to be quiet. And it was like, I ain't got much to say anyway, so, but I couldn't do the whole thing. You loud talk me. So I had to learn that when they loud talk you, don't mean you got to give them an uppercut. I had to learn that, no, you can't be in my presence. No. Then I went through a stage of people calling me arrogant, and, the women, of course. And then the men, like, oh, you think somebody gonna chase you? See, what they see me as, like, the men see me as this sexy being, this little sexy girl. And the whole time, bro, I'm over here trying to figure out, I got rap songs going in my head, like, I'm selling stuff in my head. I because they don't know me, right? That's how I was. And the girls, I didn't talk to them because I didn't know how to talk to them. But they never got to know me to understand. I wasn't raised around girls, so I didn't know how to talk to them. Because I don't want to come off too harsh and then, they cry or something. I don't know. I used to treat girls very delicately. Because for some reason, my dad never let me feel like I was a girl. So I just used to see, like, I wouldn't fight girls when I was growing up. I would not fight them because it was like, no, it's going to hurt them and they're going to cry. So yeah, I was just ass backwards, right? Listen, that hidden stage is something serious. See, I'm 44 now, so that hidden stage been gone for me. Long 28, 30 years ago. But I got a homegirl that still beats up her people. Girl, you stop putting your hands on folks. Please stop. But these are all things that I had to learn. I had to learn to be who I am. I had to learn how to, adapt to things and move around and become better versions of myself. I had to learn these things. And not only did I have to learn, I had to heal, right? So healing, that's the thing. A lot of people, they learn and they move on, but they never heal. So meaning that when they say you could take the person out the hood, but the hood is never gonna leave them, and that is true because they never healed from it. So at any moment you can trigger that person and it's gonna show up. See, for me, you can't trigger that person to show up anymore. For me to want to fight. I mean, it has to be some serious stuff, like, you know what I mean, mama bear issues, meaning like you meddling with my children. But I'm just saying, just overall in arguments, getting my points across, like, shut up. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yep. Let me see. I don't know why my screen done got black. Can you heal us, Jesus? I know that's right. But yeah, you guys, like, it is so important. That's why I'm saying, like, the healing part, you can do the self-love part. A lot of people don't understand what self-love is, and that's why it's so important, because you got people that's in the self-love is, and that's why it's so important, because you got people that's in the hold on. They get on the social media platform and they're life coaches, they're spiritual guides, they're different things like that, but they're not understanding the whole purpose of self-love. Let me explain something. The purpose of self-love, if you're being triggered or you're being called to heal, it's not just a you thing. It's God calling you because it's time for you to step into your purpose, right? So in order for you to step into your purpose, you have to heal. Now, people don't understand really what healing is. I don't know why my screen got so dark. I don't know if you guys, if it got dark on your end, but you have to step into that, right? But in order to heal, you have to identify that you've been hurt. A lot of us have not identified that we've been hurt because what do we say? Oh, I'm nonchalant. I don't get jealous. I don't get mad. People don't make me. Yes, they do. You're human. You have emotions. Yes, they do. They do make you feel bad. They do hurt your feelings. You do feel a type of way when you see that person with someone. It's true. So when you hear people say, no, you got to treat this person. Oh, this sign tearing me up. You got to treat this person like this because if you don't, they gonna run all over you and they gonna do this. Yeah. And that's why you're gonna be sad and lonely. Feeling the type of way. Because you're listening to an unhealed person teach you how to heal. You have to acknowledge the first thing about healing is truth. You have to, oh, wait a minute. Did y'all hear me? Uh-oh, I don't know if y'all heard me because I had to do my puzzle. The first part of healing is truth. It's truth. Hey, birdies. Truth. If you can't be true to yourself, then there's no sense of... We're going inside. Sorry, guys. It's okay, buddy. Hey. Here we go. It's me. Don't be coming for me. Don't come for me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold on, let me get some lights, because when I tell y'all that sun was tearing me up, I think I was getting darker. The screen was getting darker, my eyes getting darker, something happening. Let me see. Thank y'all so much for the follows, the love, the support, the sharing. But now, look, it's a little bit more comfortable in here. It ain't hot. But that's the most important part is, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I sound like an NPC. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, you have to be truthful. Truth in everything that you're going to do. You have to be truthful. You cannot be fake and phony. You cannot go into healing saying like, oh, I ain't mad, I don't even care. You cannot go into healing faking the funk. You have to go into healing. If you really want to heal, you have to be truthful. Go into that healing and speak and say, yes, I was hurt. My feelings hurt. Yes, he hurt me when he left me. Yes, I'm mad as hell that I done had kids and I'm not married. Yes, I'm mad that I'm out here doing this by myself. Yes, I'm mad because my mama hurt me. My mama hurt me. My daddy hurt me. My brothers hurt my sister. You have to be truthful. Say it and say it with your chest. Mean it. Put it out there. Yes, my kids get on my nerves. Yes, I'm sick of them. Yes, they keep taking from me and I ain't got nothing to give them, but they keep... Be honest. It doesn't mean that you're going to go out there and hurt your kids. No. Be honest. How can you properly heal if you over here faking it? Is you crazy? No. Say it. Yes, you do not have to reconcile with anybody. Listen, everybody that did you wrong is going to come back. That is their job to come back. That is their job. You cannot be mad because they're doing their job. Just like the enemy, you mad because you keep going through ups and downs in your life. You keep getting these fake friends in your life. You keep getting all these things. The enemy is doing his job. He's supposed to be doing it. He's supposed to be doing all of that. You too focused on him. Thank you for the follow. You too focused on him. Focus on you. Do your job. You need to Do your job. Focus on you. When you start focusing on you, when you start doing what you're supposed to be doing, because the enemy is going to do his job. He's good at it. That's why he's the best of the best. He's the manipulator. He's the master of manipulation. And the only way you can become a master of something is if you do it over and over and over and over and become the best at it. So why don't you become the master at your craft? The master at your craft. Guess what I'm good at? My purpose is to teach love. My purpose is to bridge the gap from the older generation and the new generation. Is to teach love, to help you heal, teach you love. How can I be the master at it if I don't practice it, if I don't go through the different trials, if I don't triumph, if I don't become the best version of me? I can't give you anything. I cannot be in a relationship. I was in all these relationships with people broken. I brought nothing to the table when the whole time I'm beating my chest. I am the table. I can see a table of 12. I am the table. I could do this. I could do that. I'm this, that, and the third. I don't need you. But guess what? It was nothing that I brought to that relationship other than all my negativity. I'm not going to even say toxicity because I didn't know I was toxic. You know what I mean? We don't want to call ourselves toxic. I didn't know I was toxic. I was broken. That's the truth. I wasn't toxic. I was broken. I was loving people from an unconditional broken place. So yes, I overgave because I was broken. Unconditional love. I overgave. I people please. Unconditional love. From a broken place, I gave you what I wanted. Vice versa, most people come in, they want what you got, and they give you less. I gave you all of me because that's what I needed, because you gave me breadcrumbs and I overgave to you. In friendships, relationships, whatever kind of ships it is. But if I was fake, I'd be on here telling you, you know, everybody kept coming. This man came. They all wanted to take from me. They all wanted to do this for me. And they did this and they did that to me. And you know what? I found and I dug deep and I found the best version of me. Now I'm with another man. He don't have all the red flags, but he got one or two that I just don't like. But it's better than the 20 red flags that I used to get. No, sis. Nah, bruh. No, you ain't giving me no red flags. Oh, but everybody got a red flag. No, they don't. Well, that's naive for you to think. Well, that's stupid for you to believe. Why do you believe that everybody has a red flag? Because someone told you that. Someone told you that. Someone that you was listening to, your family members, like my family told me, they asked me, well, what are you looking for in a man? Well, one that don't cheat. Well, all men cheat. Well, Obama apparently didn't, because they didn't find it. That's not true. See, this is where we get it twisted because of what people told us, learned behavior. Well, you have to work on it. You have to work on it. Marriage is hard, but you have to work on it. You have to find this and you have to find. No, you don't. When you're with your person that God created for you, you don't have to do all that. See, you made that man your person. That's why Deacon such and such is a great man now, because he hold around when he was all the way up to his 50s, 60s. Now his third leg don't get up no more. And now he's the best husband he can be. See, all my prayers, it worked out. No, his limpness is what made it work out. That ain't your purpose, but that's who you wanted. So since that's what you wanted, then you're going to make him be the person that you want him to be. That's not how it goes. Same way how they taught us, nobody's perfect. Only Jesus was perfect. Well, I beg to differ. Well, oh Lord, here she go. What's she talking about? Because if you operate from a place of love, how can you sin? But if man gave me a way to get out of being operating in love and can be malicious at times when I want to, then I'm going to choose that route and say, hey, well, do you understand? Period. Man told and put stipulations on everything that the being, us, should be doing when making us human beings, meaning that we can mess up. It's okay. No, when you heal, when you operate in your purpose, then guess what? Your man gonna come. He's already on your path.
He's already on the journey waiting on you. But you keep getting the ones that's on the sideline. See, the enemy can't get on your path. You have to bring him on your path. I ain't seen the movie Sinners, but everybody keeps saying that they open the door telling people to come in, but they got to say, hey, come in for them to come in. Same way with your path. On your path, the only way the enemy, haters, and everybody else can get on your path and pull you off is you have to invite them on your path. You keep inviting Lil Jon and them on your path. And then you over here looking crazy. You can't breathe. Your nose stopped up. Your chest beating hard. You crying, looking crazy. Kids looking at you. You over there, head all big, tears running down, looking like a meatball with grease running down the side of it because you mad. Your wig tilted to the left because you mad and you hurt because he mistreated you. That ain't your person, no way. Love does not hurt. Stop saying, I don't want to be in love because it hurt. That's called phobia. Phobia is being afraid of being in love. That is what that is. No, love don't hurt. Love does not hurt. Get them away from you. That ain't your person. Accept it and move on. Y'all done got me crunk now. But do you understand? Are y'all understanding where I'm coming from? You have to. Thank y'all for the follow-up. There's boundaries. Listen, you have to want to be the best version of you. You have to want what you want. You can date all you want. You can get a man that, okay, well, as they tell you, your man, he may not make as much money as you, but he's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. Okay, that still don't mean that he's my person. Okay, he don't make as good as money. I don't worry about money no way. But yeah, he treats me good. He opens my doors. He cooks. He do this, that, and the other. But he lazy. Outside of cooking to please me so I won't say nothing else, all he want to do is just sit around and do absolutely nothing. He don't even want to go to work. I'm supposed to settle for that? Because that's the best I'm going to get? Get out my face. Find you another girl to play with. Find you another daughter to teach that to. Your person is out there. Your person is out there. Your person is out there. Like I said, you're on your path. He's already on your path. He's already in purpose. He's already doing his job. You need to be doing your job. Just like with Proverbs 31. If you was on here yesterday, then you got the full reading of Proverbs 31. I'm going to keep teaching it, and I'm going to keep teaching it, and I'm going to keep teaching it. Proverbs 31 is not a person. Proverbs 31 woman is not a person. That's why it's not a name to it. They tell you, oh, it's an unknown woman. It's an unknown woman, an unnamed woman in the time that they was writing about. It's none of that. The Proverbs 31 is God teaching women what you should be doing in the mix of waiting on that man. Now listen, he tells you what you need to do. You need to go out there and work. You need to occupy your time. You need to go get you a hobby. And if you got a husband, don't be bothering him. He's teaching you how to be self-sufficient. You're his daughter. Why wouldn't he teach you? Why wouldn't he teach you how to be self-sufficient? Not running up. It does not say you run behind your man and you cater to him. It does not say any of those things. It does not say you serve your man and you do all these things. It says basically go get you a job, go get you a hobby, find some things to do, because the man, my son, when I bring him to you, he's going to have a job to do and he's going to be busy, and he don't need you to be messing up what he got going on, because I created you for him. He was lonely. I created you. You are whole. I created you whole. He was broken. I had to break him to make you, because he needed somebody. So why would God not teach us how to be women, how to sustain ourselves in the absence of our partner, in the absence of that we don't need anybody, not that we better than anybody, but he created us that we don't need anybody. Do you understand? He created us that we don't have to be out here being a Jezebel and different things like that, but yet we do it. I did it. It just is what it is. I did my thing. I got a talking cold because now all of a sudden my son down here looking for something to drink. But I did it too, right? I did it. And it was amazing. However, I don't need it, is what he's telling me. I was brought here, women, we were created with purpose. We were created and brought into this world with purpose. We had purpose. Man was created. It says God created man. And then he let him name everything. He let him beat his chest. I am man. You know, look at me. I'm walking around here. I'm naming that. That's a fish. That right there, we're going to call that a cloud. You know what we're going to call that? That's a turtle. Yep. This right here, I'm going to put this around my neck. We're going to call it 2 chains. That's what they was just brought. Boom. Here you go. But women, we were brought here with a purpose. And the purpose was, it wasn't to serve man. It was to be a helpmate because they need help. It was to be as a connect do, to be the woman of strength, to be his strength when he's weak. We were brought here. So you want to talk about who's the toughest, who's bad? Us. Because we came in whole. We came in with the whole attitude of, yo, what we need to do. We showed up to work. We showed up to work. Ready to work. Oh, you over here crying? What you crying for? Oh, you lonely. Okay, here, I'll sit next to you. Oh, what you crying for? Because you couldn't catch your fish? Okay. I'm going to teach you how to catch a fish because I'm going to show you the gentle side of it. So you just out there sticking your hand in the water talking about come here fish, I'm going to get you. No, I'm going to show you. You have to be gentle. Let's go ahead and take the string. Let's take the stick and let's take the string. You got to be quiet because all this grinding, all that crazy stuff is scaring the fish away. So just sit back. You got to have patience. Let me teach you patience. I need you to relax, breathe. Get the stick, put a string to it. Matter of fact, take your finger, dig it in there, grab that worm. I'll grab it because you don't want to touch the worm. Okay, I'll grab it, put it on the hook. Toss it in there gently, and we wait. I'm teaching you patience. Do you understand? We came in this way. Somewhere along the line, we got switched up to be told that we can't be emotional. We can't be. When we try and step into what the soft girl era, the man is like, oh, we got a soft guy era. And it's okay, they can have a soft guy era because you got to trace it back to Adam and Eve. They were in soft guy era. He was lonely. We was created. But we weren't created needy. So that relationship ain't working out and that man mistreating you, that's a you problem, sis. Only you can fix that. You wasn't created to be mistreated. You were created to be respected. Oh, I said that. Yes. Thank y'all for the follow. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. But that was our job. We weren't sitting around thinking like, hey, oh, son, can you make me some of that sweet tea? Thank you, with some ice. Look, he over there smiling. That's the me. That's the one that's me. That's me. That's me. What's up, Louisiana country boy? What's going on, my friend? But yeah, you gotta look at it like you are the purpose. We came in with the purpose. So baby girl, dig deep. What is it that you're supposed to be doing that you're not doing? Because you're allowing other people to tell you what to do. That man can't tell you what to do. If that's your husband, he can't tell you what to do. See, y'all supposed to go and counsel with each other, right? It ain't you telling him what to do and he telling you what to do. Y'all going to counsel. We were created to be just like this. That's why they always say the queen runs the palace. And they say the king does what it's not that he does what she do. It's just they go into counsel together. Listen, because I've healed now. Before, I should have never been married. I should have never dated. But if I never married, I would have never had my children, period. And I love them, dude. I like them a lot. I like my kids a lot. I love them, right? I love my babies. So I don't regret any of that. However, because I was broken, I shouldn't have been in any type of relationship. Because what did I do? Because I birthed from a place of brokenness, right? I was broken and I'm a mother and I'm doing these things. That's how you add the generational curses to keep going. Now it was my job to break the generational curses, because what was happening is I start raising my kids the way I was raised, right? Until I didn't. Till I realized, no, I'm not doing that. Do you understand? So when you heal, and if I was to have a child now in my healed space, listen, the amount of love that that child would get from me and my boys, because they were young when I finally understood that I need to break some curses. So they didn't get all the way to teenage years and then all of a sudden I healed and changed. No, thank God, right? So they know nothing but love. See, my mom, she loved to flash money. When she see them, here's $100. They 4 years old. Here's $100. Look at that $100. And my kids never responded the way that she thought they should respond. They just looked at it like, okay. Because my kids can get whatever they want anyway. They know how to respond to love, though. If she would have just came off to just hugging them and just saying, oh, I love you so much, they would have sat on the couch with her, cuddled up with her when they was younger, did all those things. Because that's what they know. They're rich in love. They're rich in love. So now, if I was to have another child that I have, I'm healed and healing. You're always going to heal. But those broken pieces of me, baby, no, they're healed. If I had a child now, my 2 boys and myself, the amount of love that child would get, it would be unmatched. It probably would hurt her in the long run, because she'll be like, or he'll be like, well, ain't nobody out here for me that give me the type of love that I know. So I might have to be single. You see what I'm saying? They're going to do nothing but exude love. Not, oh, I look good, or oh, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful. Yeah. But they're going to be so rich, it's going to be so, jealousy is going to happen because they're so rich in love. When you're rich spiritually, mentally, physically, when you're rich in love, nothing matters. Can't nothing compare. Because you're going to attract everything that you need. You're going to attract the abundance. The bag is going to chase you down. The blessings are running after you, because that's what you got to operate in love. Love is the highest gift of God. Love is the highest gift of all. And love is God. That is his name. His name is love. So if you running around here talking about everybody, every knee shall bow and say his name and this, that, and the third, you can say all you want. His name is love. And until you acknowledge who love is and what love is, you are not going to make it to your paradise or wherever it is that you want to get in life. The bus stops here. You're going to have to get off because you ain't got enough tokens to get to the next level. Because of the next level, you have to know love. And that's why it's so important to self-love. Because how can you love God if you don't love yourself? Because the kingdom is within you. That's right. You don't have to chase it. Yes. So you guys, y'all are doing it, right? So if y'all are here rocking with me, that means that, hey, you have awakened to, I want to do better. It's something out there better. It's something that's going on. You can't put your finger on it, but just keep following me. Keep following me. Keep following me. Because we're going somewhere. We're going places. I'm going to get you there because I'm not a hater. I'm going to get you there because I don't know nothing about no crabs in the bucket. I'm going to get you there because I am a leader. I am not just a leader just because, hey, look at me, I got a platform. Because listen, it may be days that you don't see me. If God don't tell me to get on here, I ain't getting on here. I'm just not. I mean, because I can get on here and just be me all day, laugh, joke, because I can cut up all day, but then I'm not bringing him any glory. I'm not doing my job. See, when you're not operating your purpose, then how do you get paid? How do you manage? See, the thing is, everybody come on here to get a check, physical check. I come on here because my payment, my job is with the Father. So therefore, if I come on here and I teach you how to do what it is that I'm supposed to be teaching you, I don't worry about a paycheck. If something gonna get paid, he's going to take care of that for me. See, I'm rich already in the spirit. My inheritance is way further than what the earthly inheritance is. Listen, I have, bruh. No, give it to the dogs. But that's what it is. I'm trying to tell you guys, you have to want to do better. This is just not a coincidence that you guys, I don't believe in coincidences anyway. This is not a mistake that we just linked up and that you guys came on and that you guys are following me all the way since 2 o'clock. And we are on here and we're talking. It's not a coincidence. You can be anywhere. It's a lot of people with a bunch more followers than, thank you for the gifts. Thank y'all for the gifts, likes, and shares. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for the follows as well. It's a bunch of people on here with way more followers that, is way more recognized and way more this, that, and the third. But you're not on their platform. You over here, and it's for a reason for that, because what I have to say resonates with you. What they have to say resonates with the people that's on their life. Do you understand? It's not that they better than me. It's not that I'm better than them. It's just that we have specific jobs. So therefore, the people that come to me is the people that I can speak to their spirit, not just anything. They're not judging me. I'm not judging them. The people that they have is the people that they need to speak to them. Hey. And that's it. So I enjoyed my time with y'all. Listen, I'm trying to learn to get on a schedule. Listen, let me tell y'all something. When I tell you, if I was to tell you everything that was going on in my life, this is when you would say, I'm a believer. You're welcome, Trina. I'm a believer. Because if she got all that going on in her life and she's here talking about this and she's here rocking with me and she got this going and that means that there is hope. You got to remember, y'all, all of us are living in a prayer that we asked God for at one point in our time. At one point in our life, we was like, God, I pray for this, I want this, and then we got it. We're living in the prayer that we asked him for, so why won't he do it later? Why won't he? So what I'm praying for now, why he won't do it? Why is it not going to come through? It's going to come through. And that's the belief you have to have. So for me in this time, I'm in a whole, when I say a new timeline, like I have jumped into, as they keep saying, the new earth, I feel like that's where I'm sitting at, because I'm in a place in my life that I've never been before. I'm in a place in my life I've never been before. I've never been here before. I never not worked. I never not had a 9 to 5. I never not had that. I never not had it. So to leave the job, the 9 to 5, walk away from that. God told me I could walk away from it. I walked away from that to fully operate in a business. I never been here before, to fully lean on just a business that has not even jumped all the way completely off the ground yet, a business that has not even taken off to the limits that it's going to take off yet. I'm still in the beginning stages of everything. To be here and to be confident and to be like, hey, I'm good. And to not wake up stressed, to not go to bed stressed, to not be stressed. I feel amazing, and I'm not being fake about it. I have no worries, because I am human. It's moments that I'm like, wait a minute now. Maybe I ain't hear him. But then I have to remind myself, oh no, I heard him clearly. See, that's why it wasn't a thing for me to go to somebody and say, everybody, oh, well, this is what I got going on in my life, because that's what causes the anxiety, because they project their feelings and their fears onto you. And then you'll be like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Maybe, I didn't do that. I learned to sit in whatever it is that I'm going through by myself and for myself. Everybody else stressing about this, I'm still ordering curtains and doing stuff like that, getting ready for other things, living my life as if I normally live my life, because I'm operating in my purpose. I don't worry about nothing. See, everybody talks about, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to go there about getting into the biblical of, what this beast mean, what this mark mean, what that mean, and what this mean. I am operating in purpose. So I don't have to worry about anything. I don't stress about anything. I just sit here. So now I'm trying to balance my schedule, because I could sleep in all day if I want to, right? but I want to get some things done during the day because I'm used to a daytime schedule. So I've been doing a daytime schedule my whole life pretty much, you know. You get up in the morning, go to school. You get up in the morning, go to work. You see what I'm saying? We've been, that's what I know. So I don't want to be working late. I don't have to work late anymore. I don't have to work hard anymore. So I'm just trying to figure out what my schedule going to be like. So I used to go live about 8 o'clock at night. Well, I don't have to no more. I can go live during the day. I like it. My son woke me up one day. He said, Mom, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. He said, Mom, because he gets up and get on the treadmill. He said, Mom, you know, the type stuff that you talk about on the live, I see people doing it at like 6 and 8 o'clock in the morning. See, he's doing the research for me. See, I'm over there sleeping real good, feeling real good. And guess what? My son is working on my behalf. He's tuning into lives that he could care less about, but at the same time, he know his mama talks about the same thing. So, Mom, this will work for you. I was like, all right, cool. But I'm also writing a book, so I need to get on schedule of how much time am I going to put into being an author? You know what I mean? How much time am I going to put into being a personal trainer? So I'm learning how I should set up my schedule with excitement because of the fact I never done this before. I never been able to just really pick my own schedule of what I want to do. This is amazing. I wanna dance. Somebody wanna feel the heat with somebody. Oh, wanna dance with somebody who loves me. You know, I don't know what I want to do. But this is the excitement in my life that I got going on. So when I say create your peace, create your peace. This is my peace. I don't worry about nobody. I don't let nobody come in here. Matter of fact, I don't even talk on the phone no more. I ain't got nothing to talk about. What we gonna talk about? What we gonna talk about? I don't want to sit on the phone no more. I'm not going to the same places. I rearranged my gym in my garage. So guess what? It is up and functionable so that now I can start personal training. I can do what I want to do. I can get up and I can do, like, this is new to me and I'm loving it. Listen, when I tell you I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm peaceful, nobody can come and mess up my flow. I have to invite them in. I'm finally on my path all the way. There is no other path. There is no well. See, I can't get lost in the wilderness because of the fact I am the GPS. My GPS is fixed to my path. There's no way I can get lost. There's no way I can make the wrong turn. There's no way I can do anything because this is my path. The problem is when y'all allow people on your path, they come on there with their GPS, knock yours, unsync yours, sync yours to theirs, and then you drift off into la-la land in an unfamiliar place and you get on their path. And so you can't navigate on their path. That's why don't nothing work out for you. That's why you're frustrated. That's why you feel lost. That's why you feel down. That's why you can't get back up. It's like it's so hard. I'm so far away. I can't even get up. I'm just going to settle here. Because of the fact that is not your territory. It's like taking a USA GPS and taking it over to Germany. It just ain't going to work. So therefore, you have to get back on your path. You got to navigate back to your path. And how do you navigate back to your path? You got to go to God. You got to heal. And then He's going to put you back on your path. Now, once you get on your path, anything that happened crazy in your life, if you're feeling a type of way, somebody mistreats you, whatever the case, it's a you problem because you brought that person into your life. I'm in control of everything that I got going on. And I'm not saying it in an egotistical way of I'm in control of everything that I got going on. What I'm saying is I'm in control of my emotions. Thank you for the roses. I am in control of how I'm going to react, if I'm going to react, if I'm going to allow you in my space, if I'm even going to hear you out so I can see if you're allowed in my space. Because what people think is you got to give me a chance. I don't have to give you anything because my spirit already told you wasn't for me. But you want me to give you a chance just so you can hear yourself talk? We'll talk. Sometimes I'm just enlightening talk. You know what? I'm bored today. Let me get a good laugh. Ha 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 ha. Talk. Go ahead, talk. Okay, great. You done? You finished? Are you done? So that's where you have to be. So in this timeline, this is not a fake smile. This is not a when I get off the hill, I'm going to cry, because I've been there, done that. God has put me in places where I'm hurting, but yet he make me get on live and I got to encourage you, and then I get off and I'm face on the floor just crying. No, I'm not. That's not who I am. Not now. Everything matches. Let me sip my tea, this sweet tea. I just wanted to do that just because I had some sweet tea. But anyway, but I'm just saying, I'm really where I am. Everything matches. Everything matches. And it felt good. It feels so good. But anyway, so you guys, make sure y'all subscribe. Yes, he is. I want y'all to subscribe so you guys can catch me when I go live. I love you guys. If no one told you today, I'm telling you right now, I love you and I'm super proud of you. I let you into my space. I let you into my life. And it's the reason why I have to do that. Thank you, Marilyn. It's the reason why I have to do that, because as your teacher, in order for you to learn how to become the best version of you, not to become like me, not to have the things that I like or have, is to become the best version of you, you have to see and hear my testimony. And God only trusts his few, the ones that have healed, with the purpose to teach his people. Period. So if no one told you today, I'm telling you right now, I love you and I'm super proud of you. And thank you for staying. If you need a life coaching session, I want you guys to go onto my link, book a life coaching session. The first session is absolutely free, right? And so if I can't help you, then I'm going to refer you to who can. However, I also offer personal training and different things like that. I do life coaching sessions and healing sessions, group sessions. I also travel as well, so it's a link on there. If it's for traveling for group sessions, then you guys have to email me through the site, and then we'll negotiate on location and different things like that. So I also do collaborate with others, and we talk about that. We have conversations about that too, because I just don't collaborate with everybody, because we have to mesh, in order for the message to get out there. So we got that part out the way. If you have not got your book, it's Trinity Walk to Self-Love. Let me grab it real quick. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Okay, here it is. Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on Barnes & Noble's, Walmart, and Amazon website. Get your copy. Right now, like I said, I'm working on 2 books right now. I'm hoping to be done with the workbook here soon, so it could get published and sent off. So, guys, bear with me on that one. And to remember, God will always fill your cup up. All you have to do is ask. And when he fills your cup up, here's the thing. In the healing phase, you know what? Now that I'm talking about it, I'm going to do a healing class. Maybe like a 10-day class or 10-week. I don't know, but it'll be like, if it's 10 weeks, then it'll be once a week. But anyway, I'll think about it, but I'm going to put it out there, you guys, okay? I'll have a flyer or something out there. But God will fill your cup up. That is your cup. That is your inheritance. Look at that cup as your inheritance. That is your inheritance that he gave you, your spiritual inheritance. That means that is all your blessings, anointing and abundance. Everything that there is that you need, it is all in that cup. It is that spiritual covering. That is it. That is for you. You don't take out of that cup to give to anybody else. That is yours. He gave that to you. He trusts you with that. Now, he will fill your cup up till it overflows. Now, that's the overflow. The overflow is what you can share, because he gave you enough to share. But what's in your cup, you never let your cup become unfilled, halfway, nothing. You keep your cup filled. That overflow is what you can give to people, but just because you got extra does not mean everybody get it. It does not mean that, you know what, I got a little bit extra here, you can have it. No, that's not what that means. You still have to stay in obedience. See, the thing is, and that's why for me, my cup is full. So me doing my teaching that I'm doing right now, I'm giving you my overflow. See, he gave me that. He gave me that energy. He gave me that I can teach you guys and give you some of that energy without taking from myself. Meaning that I use my discernment. Everybody does not get my overflow just because I have it. I use my discernment. God will send the people to me that need that overflow. You are the storehouse now. And I keep telling people that the churches are going away. The churches are not the churches. God is using us personally as storehouses. And that's why he's overfilling our cup so that we can pour into somebody else that needs it. Okay? So be ready for that. Get ready for that. I love you guys. And I'm so proud of you. And let me see. All right, Black Cat Lane. I so enjoyed you guys. We had a great time. So my plan is to, hey, Chapo, I hope I missed you. And yeah, we'll be back at the pond on the weekends. Usually I'll come on to do just to let you guys into my life. So like I told you, I'm in my phase 4, which is me operating in my purpose. So in my purpose, on my Saturdays, I bring people in so you can get the gist of everything that I do. Yes. Thank you for staying, Trina. So in everything that I do, so a lot of people think that I just, what up, Chop? So a lot of people think that I just, you know how they do. They just do it for the, get on there and say, hey, look at me. No, everything that you see me do, that's what I do. So I try and let you guys in, even if I'm just doing my, writing my book, or if I'm just working on something around the house or doing something, I'm still able to give you a word because I need you to understand that I'm well-rounded. I don't just settle myself short for one thing. Okay, a cute girl can preach or can teach, but there's so many layers to me. And women, we had those layers because of the insecurity other people have. So if you can fix a car, well, you don't fix on cars because it make your man feel insecure. No. Thank you so much. So, you know what I mean? You operate and you stop operating. You got to remember, we were created for what? And I'm sorry, y'all, if I got super loud early. I get excited. When I get to going, I get excited. But, well, I done got off track. Thank you for I enjoyed your life. You're so welcome. Yeah, I done got sidetracked on what I was going to say. But that's why I bring people in, just so they can see what I got going on. I don't downplay myself. Okay, that's what I was going to say. So I don't downplay myself. Remember, we were brought into this world with purpose. Purpose, period. We was brought here with purpose. We were not brought here just to, boom, we were created. We were created with purpose. We were created to be a helper. We were created to be that other half. Remember, women, we heal. When we first heal, we heal on the inside. I was supposed to be closing out. I always close out like 10, 20 times. We heal on the inside. We go within. We heal our heart. We heal our mind, body, and soul. We heal all the things physically, mentally, spiritually. We heal those things. But men only heal the outside. See, we can't heal the outside. What's shielding us on the outside is God himself. He protects us, period. That's why it says if a man is not in the house, God is the covering. He protects us on the outside. On the inside, we're taken care of. We're healing that so God can dwell within. The man is healing on the outside because the man, I'm going to show you how this works, because the man is so busy on cutting loose from everybody. He don't want to drink no more. He don't want to smoke no more. He don't want to be around his friends, chasing skirts and a thing no more. He just tired of it. He's starting to step back, but he still don't know how to tap in. He's not emotionally intelligent. He don't know anything what's going on the inside. But when he meet his person, when God finally say, all right, son, we done got you away from the outside because that's your biggest problem right now, the outside. Now I'm going to bring you on, and I'm going to bring Coach Nye because I finally done healed the inside because that was her problem. Now that I created y'all to be together, now she's going to go within you and heal the inside of you. And now I can step back because you're going to protect the outside of her. This is what that means. So when I say you haven't met your person, baby, you haven't met your person. The person that you got, you cannot force that person to be your person. You're always going to have a problem. But see, when you got these two right here, he know the importance and how important it is to protect you on the outside. And you know how important it is to protect him on the inside, because at any moment that he acts out emotionally in a way that is dangerous to him or others, it can cost him, which means that it can cost you. And therefore, he know that if somebody come and hurt you, that it can cost him, because who's going to help him think? But no, seriously, that's what that is. Two healed people coming together. That is when y'all operate in y'all purpose. That is what it means when it says divinely connected, divine counterpartners. That's what that means, my friend. So y'all have a great day, rest of the night. Meditate on things we talked about. Open your Bible, get your book, get your Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is a journal, so you can. It gives you some of my points. I call it guidelines of how did I heal, the steps that I did, the things that I had to heal, how I seen it. And I ask you a couple of questions, maybe about 3 questions in each chapter for you to answer, so you can reflect on yourself. And at the end, all the way in the back of the book, it teaches you how to meditate and clear that stuff out. So I really don't want to get off, but it is time, you guys, because after this, I'll be just on Coach Nye Comedy Hour, and we just going to be cutting up for the rest of the night. All right. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Y'all have a great, great night. Coach Nye out. Yes, Black Cat Lane. All right, Trina. Bye, Chapo. What? My cousin was in here. What was he doing up in here? Oh. Hold on, I'm trying to hang up. I just do what I want. You are so welcome.